Yo, what's up? Today we're making a synthwave track. Synthwave, also known as retro wave or future synth, is a subgenre of electronic music that is stylistically influenced by 1980s science fiction movies and video games rather than the 80s pop songs of that time. A term often used with this genre is retrofuturism, which shows the future of technology but depicted from an earlier time period.
It is the year 2005. The treacherous Decepticons have conquered the Autobots' home planet of Cybertron.
For example, let's jump back to the year of 1982, and Times magazine for the first time ever gives the Person of the Year award to a non-living object, the computer, stating how computers will soon be a part of everyday society.
It might rely heavily on electronics, tapes. I can kind of envision maybe one person with a lot of machines, tapes, and electronic setups.
1982 also being the same year movies such as Blade Runner and Tron would hit theaters. Both of these films being direct stylistic and aesthetic inspirations for music, video games, and other forms of media. To really capture that aged retro sound in a synthwave track, we first have to understand the instruments used in this genre. The keyword for this style of music is analog. More specifically, analog synthesizers. Many companies such as Roland, Yamaha, Korg, and Akai created some of the staple sounds of the genre. For my song, I'm using the 80s keys preset from Harmless and played a chord progression as an arpeggio. I added a reverb, stereo shaper, and EQ to clean up the sound a bit. I also made two automations for a low-pass filter and a set pyramid low-pass preset from Fruity Love Filter. And with Citrus, I used the Amy Lay pad preset to play an ambient version of the chord progression. For the melody, I wanted a powerful, epic-sounding lead synth, so I used the preset in Nexus, activated Portamento, and played this melody. I also cleaned up the sound with a high-pass filter, EQ, sound goodizer, and delay. With a synth brass preset from Nexus, I played another melody. I added a high-pass filter, reverb, EQ, stereo shaper, and sound goodizer to it as well. And finally, I played the same melody as before, but with the free plugin FB3100. The drums used in this track are inspired by 80s drum machines like the Lin LM1, using acoustic kicks, hi-hats, and cymbals, while using a gated reverb on the snare that gives it that staple 80s quality. And finally, I made a short pattern with toms to help guide the rhythm of the track. I used the Harmor preset Analog Bass 2 and played the root notes of the chord progression as a groove. I used sound goodizer and an EQ to boost the sound and kickstart to sidechain the bass.